Hello and welcome to Sunday. Yesterday was a ton of fun, but it was also extremely tiring. We didn't get to bed until very, very late. I got that stream up, by the way, so if you missed it and you want to watch it, I will put a link in the description down below. It is a 10-hour video. It's a 10-hour video, but I did some time code navigation in the description, so it'll help you kind of jump around a little bit, so it's not just like, here's 10 hours, figure it out. It actually kind of breaks it up into chapters, if you will, which is good. Today we're going to be talking about something very specific. We're going to talk about replaying games, or I guess if you want to call it like re-releasing games in HD. There was a time when we were re-releasing games in HD. Nowadays, that's not really happening anymore. Now we're re-releasing HD games in HD. We're making games HDer. One of the examples I have, I think I already showed that we got this, but we got a copy of The Last of Us Remastered because Mal wanted to replay through it again, and also, assuming I ever get time, I would like to play through it again as well. Now, The Last of Us already exists in, HD. At this point, it's called Remastered, and I think some of the games over the years that have been re-released, like for the first time in HD, it'll say like HD Collection or something because they hadn't been in HD before. They can't really do that for The Last of Us because on PS3 it was in HD. Now it's just higher definition. One of the big things for me is that it runs at 60 FPS. And going from 30 FPS to 60 FPS is pretty major. They redid textures, they changed up lighting stuff, so it's a much more beautiful game. I've noticed that with Mal playing through the Uncharted collection, because whenever I played the Uncharted games, it was on PS3, they ran, I think, the resolution was like 720p 30, and now she's playing through them at 1080p 60, and they have updated stuff, and they look better, and it's really, really nice. My question for you is, are you interested in these re-releases? And if so, what has to take place in these re-releases for you to be interested in it? For some people, it's just the fact that it's being released again. They're going to buy it. I mean, if it's on a newer console, if it looks better, that's it. Some people are interested in a higher frame rate. Some people are interested in a higher resolution. Some people are interested in extra features. Some people just want to play games that, haven't been re-released in a while. I see so much stuff on the internet for an outcry for Nintendo to release some of their GameCube classics updated. Wind Waker got that treatment and everyone was really excited, but there's so many people that are like, Super Mario Sunshine, a no-brainer. Why don't you do that? Super Mario Sunshine, come on, do it. I know Metroid Prime was re-released on the Wii U on their Virtual Console, but it hasn't had, any sort of like overhaul, and I think that would be another one. There's quite a few GameCube games I think would benefit heavily from having that remastered treatment. There's some people speculating that maybe when we get to the NX that will happen, and maybe that they have stuff planned. It's just they held it back now for the NX since it's going to be launching next year. I'm just curious to see what your opinions are. Obviously, this happened. Like, it happens with games like this that get a remaster, but then it also has been happening with things like Grand Theft Auto 5, because Grand Theft Auto 5 came out at the end of a console generation, and a few months later it was out for this other console. It wasn't a remaster, it was the same game, but there was some stuff that was different in it, and that was an interesting one just because, that does have literally the exact same title. But I'm curious, just seeing the comments that you guys post, and what your opinion on re-releases is. I mean, if you own a game, are you going to buy it again if it comes out for a newer console? Why or why not? What has to happen to make you buy it? The other good thing about doing remasters and re-releases is that people that didn't get to experience a game the first time get to experience it. For example, The Last of Us Remastered was a pack-in for a lot of the PS4s, so anyone who bought a PS4, didn't play The Last of Us when it was out on PS3, got to experience a really great game, which is, fantastic. So there's a lot of positives. Sometimes, sure, it can be a cash-in, but I think the positives usually outweigh the negatives, but I'd love to get your input. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. It's very late. I am very tired, and we have just a few days until we go to Indiana, so I got a lot of stuff left to do. Thanks. Thanks for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?